The mall was loud in the way only weekends could make it. Children laughing, escalators humming, music spilling from every store like competing heartbeats. Malik Johnson hated crowds, not because he feared people, but because crowds reminded him how invisible a man could feel. Until suddenly, he wasn't. He held his daughter Alia's hand in his left, his son Isaiah's small fingers wrapped tightly in his right. Aliyah was 8, curious, observant, already too aware of the world. Zaya was 5, pure energy, asking questions faster than Malik could answer. "Daddy, can we get pretzels?" Zaya asked, pointing excitedly. Malik smiled. "You promised not to spill salt everywhere." Isaiah crossed his heart dramatically. Aliyah rolled her eyes. That was the moment Malik lived for. Normal moments, quiet victories. They had just stepped outside the pretzel stand when everything shifted, sir. "Excuse me, sir." The voice wasn't angry. It wasn't polite either. Malik turned. 2 security guards, one older, one younger. Both already tense. "Yes," Malik replied calmly. "We need you to come with us." Aliyah's grip tightened. "For what?" asked. "You match the description?" Isaiah blinked. "Daddy, what description?" Malik knelt slightly so he was eye level with his kids. "It's okay," he said softly. "Just stay close." But the guards didn't like that. Double quotes. "Sir, stand up." Malik did. "Turn around." Lee's voice cracked. "Why are you doing this to my dad?" People had started watching. Phones lifted. Whispers spread. Malik knew this moment. He had trained for moments like this not with fists, but with breath. Patience learned the hard way. "I haven't done anything," Malik said evenly. "That's not for you to decide." Of handcuffs echoed louder than the mall speakers. Isaiah screamed, "Daddy!" Aliyah stepped forward. "You can't take him. You didn't do anything." One guard snapped, stepped back. Malik's chest burned, but not from fear, from memory. He remembered his father, cuffed once just like this.
Ow.
He remembered the lesson his mother whispered through tears. "They expect you to break." Malik straightened. He didn't shout. He didn't resist. He looked directly at his children. "Listen to me," he said calmly, clearly, loudly enough for cameras to hear. "Look at my face. I am not ashamed. Do you understand?" Isaiah nodded through tears. Aliyah Malik continued, "Remember this moment. Not because it's unfair, but because of how we respond." The guards dragged him forward. That's when something unexpected happened. A woman stepped out of the crowd. "I saw everything," she said. "He didn't do anything." Another voice joined. "So did I." A man raised his phone. "This is wrong." The guards hesitated. Malik felt it not victory, but pressure shifting. Then the older guard spoke into his radio. "We've got a situation."
Malik smiled.
Not because he was free, but because this was no longer just about him, and somewhere, far beyond that mall, beyond Earth itself, something ancient was watching, learning, judging, and humanity had just made its first impression. The stars changed first, not in brightness, in behavior. Astronomers noticed it within hours, deep space objects altering trajectories. Not toward Earth, but around it. A ring, not a blockade. A court. Humanity understood the message without translation. This was not an invasion. This was a judgment. The galactic co-ancil lay for the first time in known history. The galactic conclave convened in full, species older than human civilization. Empires that had erased stars. Civilizations that had survived their own extinction events. And at the center of the chamber Earth, represented by no king, no flag, no weapon, just one human. Malik Johnson. Why, HIM not because he was the strongest, not because he was famous, but because when tested publicly, brutally, justly, he had chosen restraint without surrender. The conclave did not fear human weapons. They feared human judgment. The accusation of being of crystalline light spoke first. "Humanity is violent." Malik nodded. "Yes," another hissed. "Humanity is divided." Sometimes Malik agreed. A third thundered. "Humanity is dangerous." Malik smiled. So are storms, he said. So are oceans. So is fire. The question that Matt T.T.R.L.D. The elder rose older than most stars. Why, it asked, should we allow your species to join the galactic community? Malik did not answer immediately. He activated a projection, the EVID ants. E-not. Wars. Not weapons. Moments. Humans pulling strangers from rubble, doctors working without sleep, protesters standing unarmed, parents shielding children, enemies choosing mercy, and finally the maul, the cuffs, 2 children crying. A man standing still. You didn't test our strength, Malik said. You tested our values. It's a human truth. We are not peaceful, Malik continued. We are. Not perfect, but we learn, we adapt. And once we understand injustice, we do not forget. Silence filled the chamber. The VR Dicey the elder spoke. Humanity will not be conquered. A ripple moved through the chamber. Humanity will not be guided. Shock, humanity will be respected. For the first time, the galaxy stood for a species that had never left its home system. The WARNAR, duh. The elder's voice softened. You will change everything. Malik nodded. We already have. Return to Ethistars resumed their natural paths. The ring dissolved. Humanity exhaled. No celebrations, no victory chants, just quiet understanding. We were no longer alone, and we were no longer small. The last Cessna Malik stood outside his home. As dawn broke, Olea sat beside him. Are we special now? She asked. Malik smiled. No, he said. We've always been. Zaya yawned. Can we still get pretzels? Malik laughs, soft, human, real. Yes, he said. We can. Still get pretzels? The world woke up angry. Not the loud, burning anger of riots, but the cold, focused kind. The kind that reads, remembers, and refuses to forget. By morning, Malik Johnson's face was everywhere, not as a victim, as a mirror. News anchors spoke. Carefully now, politicians issued concerns. Corporations released statements that said nothing. But in homes, classrooms, cafes, and factories, people talked. Parents hugged their children tighter. Teachers paused mid-dash lesson. Veterans watched the clip in silence. Jaws clenched because they recognized something. Restraint under humiliation. That wasn't weakness, that was training. The signal nitrogen monoxide, one could IGN or I-917 GMT. Satellites across 3 nations detected something impossible. A synchronized fluctuation, not a weapon, not an attack, a message. Every major telescope recorded it. Every deep space array translated the same pattern. A non-hostile. Broadcast, short, precise observation, terminated. The scientific community froze. The military went on alert. The internet exploded. Inside a secure ROM, Alex sat across from people who finally remembered his name. Generals, scientists, civilians with clearances that officially did not exist. You should have reported the contact, one man said sharply. Malik met his eyes. You should have protected my children. Silence. A woman cleared her throat. You're leaving. For now, Malik replied. A screen displayed alien fleet trajectories. Retreating, yes, but not fleeing. They fear something, a scientist whispered. Malik nodded. Us, he said, but not our weapons. What scared the Galaxsuitha? Data was clear. Alien observation models predicted human collapse under pressure instead. Earth had done something unprecedented. Humanity synchronized emotionally, across borders, across beliefs, across histories. This has never happened. Analysts said. A single injustice triggered global cohesion. Malek spoke quietly. You tested our pain threshold. And we don't fracture, Malek said. We crystallize. The Afera final transmission arrived directed at one location, Malek's coordinates. The being appeared again. It's projected this time. Your species is now classified as a rising variable, it said. Congratulations, Malik replied flatly. We offer guidance, the being continued. Technology, protection, ascension. The room leaned forward, Malik leaned back. At what cost? He asked. The being hesitated. Compliance. Malik smiled sadly. That's where you still don't understand us. Malik's speech, the turning point he stood. Humanity doesn't need a guardian, Malik said. We need accountability. You watched us bleed for centuries, he continued. Now you're afraid we learned something. The being's voice lowered. You are dangerous. Malik nodded. So are children who grow up. The choice we will reveal ourselves, the being warned, your world will panic. Malik shook his head. No, he said, we will. The room erupted. You can't. We must. Malik cut in. Secrets rot, truth disciplines. The being stared. This will unite you permanently. Malik met its gaze. That's the point. The BROADCAS to Malik stood before the world that night. No podium, no flags. Just a man who had been humiliated. And refused to hate. We are not alone, Malik said, and we never were. He told them everything. Not fear, not lies, truth. The unexpected RSULT there was panicked for 12 minutes. Then something else, questions, debate, preparation. Humanity didn't scream, it planned. Across the galaxy, observers panicked. They are adapting faster than predicted. They are not waiting for orders, the elder spoke, voice heavy. We have made them aware. And awareness, it added, is their most dangerous state. Ending of part 4, Malik watched the stars with his children. Are they coming back? Isaiah asked. Malik smiled gently. Yes, he said. Olea looked up. Are we ready? Malik placed a hand over her heart. We've always been. Above Earth, humanity was no longer being watched. It was being measured. Malik didn't sleep that night, not because of fear, because memory had finally stopped. Asking permission, the storm outside rattled Thess' windows, but the real thunder was inside his chest. Its toll buried, disciplined into silence years ago. He opened the drawer again. The ID lay there like a scar that never healed. No flag, no nation, just a symbol that most of humanity had never seen in, that no government officially acknowledged. The Sentinel Initiative. Malik ran his thumb over the etched lines. He had sworn never to be that man again. 10 years EAR, RLIR. The facility did not exist on any map. No name, no coordinates. Only a promise whispered to those selected. You will protect humanity from what humanity cannot yet face. Malik remembered standing in that cold hall with 50 others. Not Malik's soldiers, teachers, doctors, engineers, farmers, men and women who had shown one thing in common under pressure: control. The instructor had said it plainly. We are not looking for the strongest. We are looking for those who can suffer without becoming monsters. Many failed. Some broke. Malik endured. The first contact hidden. Humanity's first contact had not been an invasion. It had been an observation. An alien probe had entered Earth's orbit silently, watching how humans treated each other not there. Weapons, riots, wars, cruelty. Then moments like today, a father shielding his children with dignity. The aliens had concluded something dangerous. Humans were volatile, but when disciplined, they were unstoppable. The Sentinel Initiative was formed to prepare for a future humanity wasn't ready to know about. Malik had been one of the first. Back to the PRSINT's phone vibrated again. Unknown contact. Remember now? Malik typed slowly. Malik. You staged the arrest. A pause. Then : yes. Malik's jaw clenched. Malik, you traumatized my children. The reply came slower this time. We needed to know if humanity had changed, or if it would break. Malik stood abruptly. Malik, you don't test children. The screen went dark then. The lights in the house flickered. The via site OR, the air in the living room bent like heat over asphalt. Shape emerged. Tall, slender, too still. Malik positioned himself between it and the hallway. Do not proceed further. Malik said calmly. The being paused. It tilted its head. You are no longer enlisted. It said, I am always enlisted, Malik replied. Silence, then. That answer confirms our fear. The conversation that changed everything we have. Observed your species for centuries, the being said. You war, you divide, you destroy. Malik didn't deny it, but you also do something rare, the being continued. You create meaning from suffering. Malik's voice was steady. You came to judge us. No, the being replied. We came to decide whether to intervene or eliminate. Malik's heartbeat didn't change. Then you chose the wrong test. The being's eyes narrowed. Explain. You tested me, Malik said. You should have tested the ones who arrested me. The being froze. The REVAL screens unfolded. In the air across Earth, protests, unity, millions sharing the video. Strangers standing up for strangers. You thought humanity was one man, Malik said. We are billions. The being stepped back. That was not anticipated. No, Malik agreed, because you misunderstand us. We do not become better when things are fair. We become better when they are not. Elsewhere, the council panics. They are accelerating, one delegate hissed. Their unity spike is unprecedented. They weaponize morality, another whispered. The elder remained silent. Finally, it spoke. We underestimated the cost of provoking them. Back in the HOUSI, the being lowered itself, an alien gesture of respect. What do you want? Asked. Malik didn't hesitate. You leave? And when humanity finds out about us? Malik smiled faintly. Then you'll learn what real fear is. The security office smelled like cheap coffee and old carpet. Malik Johnson sat on a metal chair, his hands cuffed in front of him, posture straight, not because he was trying to look strong, but because slouching felt like surrender. Across from him, a mall security supervisor flipped through a tablet. Name. You already know it, Malik replied calmly. The supervisor frowned. Date of birth? Malik answered. A pause. The younger guard shifted uncomfortably, sir. The description was vague. Just, tall black male, gray hoodie. Malik exhaled slowly. My son is 5, he said quietly. Do you know what he'll remember from today? No one answered. He won't remember the pretzels, Malik continued. He won't remember them all. He'll remember the sound of metal closing around his father's wrists. The supervisor cleared his throat. Let's keep emotions out of this. Malik lifted his eyes. That's the problem, he said. You already did. Aramalia sat on a plastic chair, arms wrapped around her little brother. Isaiah's face was buried in her jacket. Is Daddy bad? Isaiah whispered. Aaliyah shook her head fiercely. No, Daddy's good. Daddy's always good. A woman knelt beside them, the same woman who had spoken up earlier. Your dad is brave, she said softly. Very brave. Aaliyah looked up. Why do they treat him like that? The woman hesitated. Sometimes, she said carefully, people fear what they don't understand. Back Ayana Saidi, the door opened. A police officer entered, not aggressive, not friendly, just alert. Sir, he said to Malik, we're going to uncuff you. The click echoed again, this time in reverse. Malik stood. I want to see my children, he said. The officer nodded. What note human said mo above them all? Beyond the clouds? Beyond human instruments, a vessel, no larger than a city bus, hovered in perfect silence. Inside. Beings unlike anything Earth had recorded watched the footage, replay again and again. Not the arrest, not the shouting, the reaction, one of them tall. Pale eyes, like liquid glass, tilted its head. He did not fight, it said. Another responded, voice metallic and cold. He did not submit either. A third spoke, older, slower. He protected his young. Without violence, the screen zoomed in on Malik's face as he spoke to his children. Calm, controlled, dignified. This is not weakness, the elder said. This is discipline. The RALIAC. When Malik walked out of the office, Aaliyah ran to him first. Isaiah followed, clinging like gravity itself. Malik knelt, holding them both. I'm here, he whispered. Phones were everywhere now. Someone asked, "Sir, how do you feel?" Malik looked directly into the camera. "I feel responsible," he said. "For—" "What?" someone shouted. "For teaching my children how to stand when the world tries to push them to their knees." That clip spread faster than anyone expected. That an IGHT at home, Malik sat alone at the kitchen table. The kids were asleep, exhausted. His phone buzzed nonstop. Messages, interviews, support. Hate. One message stood out. Unknown contact. They were watching you today. Malik frowned. Another message appeared. Not the police, not the crowd, something else. Malik typed back. "Malik, who is this?" 3 dots then. You already know the answer. Malik's stomach tightened. "Memory UNLO Sakai." Malik stood and walked to a locked drawer. He opened it. Inside, like an old military ID, not American, and not any nation, just a symbol etched deep. He hadn't looked. Added in years, because some pasts don't stay buried. Elsewhere far away, the Galactic Council chamber vibrated with tension. "They noticed us," one delegate hissed. "No," the elder corrected calmly. He noticed himself. A projection showed Malik kneeling with his children. "This species," elder continued, "does not need conquest to evolve. They refine pressure into strength. They turn injustice into unity." A younger being whispered, almost afraid, "What happens if they discover us?" The elder's eyes dimmed. Then it said, "We will no longer be observing." Back on EAR, TH Malik sat back down. The unknown contact sent one final message. "You were chosen long before today." The arrest was not an accident. Malik's jaw tightened. Outside, thunder rolled not from the sky, from something waking up. Something human, something unstoppable.